All right.
So we're getting on or what?
All right. Yeah, we getting on. It is where are my manners? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to episode 11 of the NaiSai podcast. It is me, Dave the MC.
Yes, sir.
Yes, it is me, Dave the MC, alongside Harry Lee and Shukid. Gentlemen.
Too cool.
What do you do?
Yeah,
Well, first of all, now that you're listening to this, dear listener, we must apologize. We're recording this kind of late, and I know by the time you're listening to this, it is the weekend. So we're gonna be back on Monday. We're gonna be back on track.
Back on tracks. Next week.
Yeah, next week.
We're gonna keep on doing what we do.
Yeah, man. Consistency is the name of the game, and we are here to be not only consistent, but to talk shit and give knowledge as well.
Yeah, man. Otherwise, how you guys been? Speaking of, man, before we get into talking shit and talking all that other stuff, how you guys been? How's y'all weeks been? What have you guys seen or been up to?
Kuchapa 95 kama kawawa, and just moving on with life, and yeah, Corona is it's a part of us now, so kama hujazoea by now, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, man, that's all from me, but we're just hoping, cases as it increase to a point where God forbid we're on lockdown, but tuko sawa. Permanent lockdown, that is.
Permanent lockdown. Mlianda march ya police brutality.
Nah, I couldn't make it for that, but of course 100% behind that. Like there's double standards that we shall address on this episode about how white protesters are treated compared to the black ones, especially here in Nairobi. There were some images that went out. We'll talk about that, man.
I didn't know what was Zuku.
and I was telling someone just today, Zuku is not the wave. It depending on where you are, sana Zuku is not the wave.
I'm not Zuku. What's this other one? Those balloons that the president promised us. Labda hari anatumia hizo. Hizo balloons za Google.
The ones that were launched in a very tone-deaf manner.
Do those things even work?
Si ni prezo kutuambia. Ni prezo kutuambia, by the way. Ni prezo kutuambia.
Ukiweza kutushika tafadhali join us, man. We need you. Tunataka kusikia maoni yako, but meanwhile,
I think let's start with some talking shit and having a conversation before we get into some very, very serious things that have been going on. Why do women resurface when you're in a relationship? Can someone explain that to me?
That Dave is a very tough question.
Do they have sensors or something? Like, is there some voodoo we don't know about? Sure, it's just popping up the way they want.
That's a very tough question, Dave. And you know what? I want to throw it to our listeners, to the lady listeners. Us, we might be the guys and we might be biased. Does it happen the same for fellas? Do fellas just show up in shorties' lives once those shorties have moved on?
Yeah. I need y'all to tweet us, to Instagram us, DM us on Instagram. Let us know.
Comment.
Let us know. Give us that feedback. But I'm asking you guys. What's your theory? What's your theory? Why do women resurface when you're in a relationship? When things are going good.
I'm gonna use a word that's been a very favorite word in the last, let's say, year and a half to 2 years. One reason is because she could be very toxic. I know not to. This nigga's happy without me. Hell no. I need to come back and be part of it until I squall again. Now, not all of them would do that. Now, another thing could be maybe she's just not over you, or y'all weren't really done.
Yeah, but why would you come back and just mess things up? Like, you had your chance, so why?
So let me ask you: Is it still messing things up if the dude goes back? Because if she comes and you're in a relationship, right? Say you broke up with your ex, yeah. You get with another shorty. Your ex pops up. You get back with your ex. Is it all your ex's fault?
What? Okay. First of all, my reasoning is, why am I going back to an ex? That's the thing.
That's
why
the thing.
am I going
That's the whole question.
Is it reminiscing like the good times? Is it like you want to relive the good times?
Probably.
Or are you going back to get some ass? Or are you just like, I'm bored in this, let me just quickly go over here for a sec?
Yo, so, some relationships don't end in bad ways though.
And some don't end in bad ways, but this is just a question. Just a question.
And that's why I brought up that word toxic, because some of them are toxic in the sense that when you link up, shit has to go down, knowing damn well you're not going any further than that. But then you still give each other the illusion that maybe, there's situations like those. But then there's these other situations that's just like you're getting back with this person that you thought like maybe you ended it badly with, or you didn't really want to end it. I don't know, man. Bro, I don't have the answer. You're making me feel like Dr. Phil over here. I don't have the answers. What do you think? What do you think?
You don't have the answer, Sway.
I don't have the answers, Sway.
Don't.
What do you think?
The reason why women resurface when you're in a relationship. Two things. Either they think that they're trying to test and see whether they have access to you. Or two, she looking to get at you one more time. Badminton. She's looking for badminton.
Badminton, okay.
She's looking to rekindle.
So you're trying to say sometimes
she's looking for that old flame.
She miss it. Like she don't like you, but she like your game.
Yep.
I mean, it's true. It's a theory. So
strokes over feelings.
As a dude, why would you go back? Would you be going back for the strokes, or would you be going back thinking you picking up from where you left off?
It's hard to pick up from where you left off. And it also depends on the girl. If you guys had a mature breakup, let's just call it a mature breakup. If you had a mature breakup, then she could be coming back, trying to get that good feeling back. In terms of like the relationship, she might be trying to pick it up where it left off. But if it didn't end as great, she could just be like, okay, I'm horny, so therefore, yeah, I'm coming. I'm just coming back for something, and then that's it.
Bro, if Twitter and experience and even friend experiences is anything to go by, breakups are the most ghetto shit you'll ever go through. Breakups are the ghetto. I hate breakups.
Yep.
I never want to see breakups.
Yep.
I never want to experience. That's the most ghetto shit ever.
Facts.
Ever.
Facts.
It
Facts.
brings the
Facts.
worst in people. Like, if y'all can't just walk away, that's the most ghetto shit ever, man. I hate breakups.
Yeah, speaking facts.
Bro, because
It's not the best feeling. It's just it's trash.
bro, do you know how many relationships you know about off Twitter without even knowing these people? Unamkata asubuhi, all of a sudden you know about this nigga and his whole family and his lifestyle. So, well, breakups are the ghetto, man. I don't wish a breakup with no one. When I'm tuako, anyone I'm tuake, man, jaribuni could work it out or try walk away amicably na heshima. Respect each other. I heard someone, I read something somewhere, and that was the realest shit ever.
Yeah.
If you're close enough to someone to share secrets, after you guys split up and don't talk, respect that person enough to keep those secrets.
Yeah, that's true. It's better to respect that, like to respect the history, I guess.
That's how it should be anyway.
Say, imagine breaking up, no homo, but imagine breaking up now with a nigga like Edgar about it, boy. Niggas that want to air out anyone's business.
Your chai utaipata tu Instagram.
Niggas who want to make a living out of talking about. By the way, man, let's not even talk about that nigga, man. Let's just move on to some other. I don't believe in that business.
Well,
I want
just going in that direction.
That.
So let's just let it go.
Harry.
I want to add on to that, but I kind of came late mkimalizia topic.
It's all good.
What is that about? Yeah, so you can just
why do women resurface?
Why
do women resurface when you're in a relationship?
Oh, okay. Humans are very complicated. Sometimes they the time you're breaking up with someone, you're deciding to leave them. Most probably it's because you think you can do better, or you're above them in some way or another. So you leave someone, and then months or years go by. You left them because they had not gotten their shit together. They were slacking maybe in life or here or there. But now time has passed. These people, they're on their feet now. They're more confident now. It's like correct whatever you left them for. You're like, yo, I left that nigga because he couldn't keep a job. And say Ali could dump, but years later you've got a career going. You now you do have that job. She's like, okay, maybe we can. Yeah, you got his shit together now. But now, Usha move on. You're with someone who likes you, whether you do have that job or you don't have that job. So, ama your status to whatever field you are in. So I think they resurface because they think you fixed whatever they thought you were lacking. Yeah, maybe you never posted her, and now we move on to a new relationship where you're posting that new chick. So she's kind of confused and shit.
Let me ask a sensitive question, bro. And we might be biased because we're all fellas here. I wish this is one of those episodes we invited.
But that's like one of many possible reasons. That's just one.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I wish this was one of those episodes where we invited a sister on board, because this question you guys might not have the answer for it.
Nah. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that.
It might sound biased coming from us.
Yeah, all
That's
you
what
can
I'm
do is
asking,
just speculate and give a bunch of reasons why they might be doing that. Yeah.
A lot of times when people break up, what happens? It's the nigga needs to go and get his shit together, right?
Yeah.
And if the nigga gets his shit together, like you said, the shorty could come back and be like, well, I see, you took my advice and you got the job application, or you put the down payment on the house and blah blah blah, right?
Yeah.
What was shorty doing meantime while you were getting your shit together to be able
Other
to?
niggas were clapping them chicks, man, nigga. What?
Fam. What?
It's like, come on, umecheki Insecure. That's what happens.
I haven't watched Insecure, by the way, so
Harry didn't even wait to say that.
Dude,
yani anaongea ukweli tu hivyo right off the bat.
And then unajua
so let me ask you, Harry.
See,
while you were out here trying to get your shit together, just to make sure this chick could even consider taking you back, whether it moved on or not. she was getting clapped.
That's where being a sucker comes in. That's where being a sucker comes in.
Yeah,
a sucker is still going to accept this chick.
Yeah, and you don't want to be
this
no
chick
sucker.
left you, and chicks never tell you like the real reason, especially if it involves you getting your shit together. If you are broke, you've been dating for a while, but you haven't moved. Like if you haven't gotten your shit together, when she leaves you, it's never going to be like you're not moving, you're not growing, you're not making money, you're not making moves. The chicks are never going to tell you that, but you'll know.
I saw this.
Just know.
I saw this
even
somewhere.
When she comes back, sorry.
No, finish then.
Nasema, so even when she comes back, I didn't correct you, historic, but even when the chick comes back after leaving you because you are broke, she's not going to say, now you're doing, but she's not going to admit that she left you because of money. Chick atakupatia tu story like, I thought about us, nikakumbuka we were in such a good place, I miss you. Like, she's never going to tell you, yeah, dude, nowadays unava poa, nowadays you move to a better hood, nowadays. She's not going to say, she's not going to be direct about the money now. So, sioni kama a dude should accept a chick kitu kama hiyo.
I saw this somewhere, and just so that we can move on to the next thing. When guys leave, they leave, right that second, and they've already made up their mind. When a chick leaves you, she's already left you mentally, months ahead.
Bro. Before you summarize, do you know one thing I learned? Bro, the day a chick tells you it's over, that's not the day it was over, bro. It was over months ago. That's just when she's telling you.
Yep.
That's just when she's figured out, man, fuck this nigga for real. Listen, bro, it's over.
Yep.
What I want to say, months. I actually believe a chick can fake a whole relationship with you. A chick who is going to leave you.
Yes, but
I come just out of the blue to break up with you. Like, lazima fuck up real big time, like sleeping with someone.
You also have to fuck up big time.
But just
if she likes you, you have to fuck up big time.
Yeah, for a chick to leave you when you're gonna like.
Yeah.
But a chick just coming out of the blue, like situations like you don't have a lot of money. That's why she's leaving. Only chick who never really was into you like that. Sort of.
Why is money coming up as? Is money really a factor, guys? Let's be real.
Money is a motivation.
A bunch of times.
Women give a fuck about money.
Money is the motivation.
Even when you're not making a lot of money and a chick decides to push with you, It's because anaona you will be making money in the
and
next
potential.
2 or 3 years.
Like women look for potential.
She has to see a big potential. Now, chick sometimes amejiwekea kwa akili, this guy is going to blow up, is going to be somewhere in the next year or 2. That's why mkifika year 3, and dude, you're still like in that same which kama hizo. That's when she starts acting funny. Yeah, that's when she starts acting funny. Yeah.
Especially if she's gone ahead of you. Well,
yeah.
But anyway, guys, let us know what you think. Please tweet us at the NaiSai Podcast. DM us on Instagram at the NaiSai Podcast. Ladies, talk to us.
Are we being biased?
Yeah, I have a question by the. I have a question by the. Since to the topic. Since to the topic. Looking at the reasons why us men leave chicks and why chicks leave us, who are the more heartless gender?
Oh, guys.
No.
Let me tell you.
Because ukiangalia tumeongea just about why chicks leave, guys, but reason sisi what tunawaacha ni nini? It's because we think we can now get a more beautiful chick.
Well, there's that thing
of one of the most common reasons.
There's that thing of okay, I could upgrade and shoot above my weight.
Yeah.
But unajua there's such a thing as getting bored with the relationship.
Oh yeah. Kuna hiyo. But tukitake tu hiyo ku upgrade versus a nigga not growing ama reaching his potential haraka.
Guys.
Who's the more fucked up gender sasa?
Let me give y'all my theory.
Yeah.
The difference between a fella and a shorty. Yeah. See, a dude, us as dudes, I'd say, for lack of a better term, we're dumb, right? You see the next you see the next meal, you want to have it regardless. You just want to have it. You just want to have the pizza. It's not like you don't like the burger. You just trying to have a pizza as well.
Yeah. You love your girl, but
you see now.
Yeah.
But when you go have the pizza and you see someone trying to have your burger, you're gonna be like, my nigga, what the fuck? Leave my burger alone.
Yeah.
But now for shorties, the difference is when she's like, nah, I'm not trying to have pizza no more. I'm trying to have a burger. She's done with the pizza.
Yeah.
So if you're the pizza, my nigga, you hate the burger because you're like, the fuck? Like you're just out the picture. So once the shorty cuts you out the picture, you really out the picture.
Exactly.
A nigga never really cuts no one out the picture. You just think you be playing smart, but you're not being smart until your shit doesn't work out. That's the difference between dudes and shorty.
Yeah.
Because you'll see, and that's why niggas catch feelings at the breakup. Because what's gonna happen?
Yeah.
You're gonna break up with your shorty, and then you're gonna see her get like date invites and shit like that. She's dressing up to go for things. My nigga, what are you doing? You're catching a quarter and 2 J's and the movie. You're going home.
My God.
Yes. And just based on what you said, here is a reason why men should never try to even get back to an ex who left them. Because when they cheat, it's way deeper than us. Because when you smash another chick, it's like, yo, babe, like it's not even deep. That chick maybe just had some bigger ass.
Because you're right. No, you're right. You're right because
no, it's true.
You're right because guys can't handle breakups.
Yeah,
niggas is emotional. Do you know what I used to tell my guys in campus?
Yeah.
True story, right? All my niggas in campus would be like, oh, FWB shit. Me, I'd be like, alright, it's cool. Do that thing until one of y'all catches feelings. Niggas always think it's the shorty that catches feelings. Until it's them who catch the feelings. Bro, you ever seen a nigga who's caught feelings?
Yeah.
Have you
it's
ever seen
pathetic.
a nigga who has caught feelings?
It looks sad, man.
Bro, it's the most ridiculous shit ever. And
Mm.
niggas don't understand it until it happens. So
Mm.
even that like
Mm.
that smashing shit until now, that's what I'm
Mm.
saying. It's like if you're the pizza
Mm.
and your shorty moves on to a burger,
Mm.
you automatically just hate burger. You've
Yep.
never noticed how niggas walk into the club. Like me, I have this thing. Me, I get it. I walk into say a house party,
Yeah.
right? You know the type of shorty you with. You see everyone that walk into the party, right?
Yep.
Mm.
The moment you see a nigga that fit the description of a nigga that your shorty's bound to like, I fucking hate that dude. I don't know him. I don't know what he's about. I don't know where
Yeah.
he's from. I don't like him.
Yeah, it
I don't like
happens.
him.
Yeah, that happens. That happens.
Cindy,
Yeah.
that shit is it's just how niggas work.
But well, it is what it is. Yo, ladies, let us know your thoughts. Let us know your thoughts on that. Now, let's switch gears. And someone on this podcast, please tell me what in the blue hell was Akon doing with 6ix9ine?
Oh my god.
Someone explain to me. A legend.
So,
Why?
someone
Can
put
I,
Why?
can
can I
can
take
And
the
Akon be
Tory Lanez,
locked
glory?
no,
up in
no,
the
no, no,
same
no, no,
cell
no,
as
no,
R.
no, no,
Kelly?
no, no. Hold on,
Can be
hold on, hold on. Akon, legendary. What is he doing with 6ix9ine? Yani Tory Lanez, I'm sure Tory
Doesn't
Lanez
matter.
just felt some type of way.
who?
Locked Up Part 2 went to 6ix9ine instead of Tory Lanez.
You see, the thing, and you see, we have this conversation every day, and I hate to use this word, especially towards Akon. Do you think
See.
Akon was really looking for an agenda because he thought 6ix9ine has an interesting locked up story, or was Akon going for clout? Because remember,
No cloud,
the
relevancy.
original, the
Relevancy.
original locked up
Yeah,
was just
it's
Akon.
clout. It's clout. That's a smart
Listen,
word for clout. Sometimes.
the original locked up was just Akon, right?
Akon and Styles
The
P.
remake was
Styles P.
Styles
Yeah.
P.
Oh, yeah,
How do you go
yeah,
from
yeah, you're
Styles
correct.
P to fucking what's his name? 6ix9ine.
Look, you guys. See, we all know Mike Tyson.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson, legendary. Boxing, sports, accolades on top of accolades.
Yeah.
I saw an episode before he went back to the gym and started working out, preparing for potential boxing matches. This guy on one of his podcasts, alisema he's not genuinely happy because he misses his 20s and 30s where he would walk somewhere and what I'm checking to like with fear.
Wait, so
He misses
he's not happy? Or he misses being feared?
He's happy. He has a family, but
he misses being feared.
He misses who Mike
misses
Tyson
his glory
is.
days.
Yeah, he misses the glory. They're being looked at as, yo, that's a bad motherfucker.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Yeah.
that's he misses that, and that's why alikuwa in the gym. That's why alikuwa in the gym. That's why tumbo ilifura. Because when he's in the gym, that animal, that beast of I can fuck niggas up, ilikuwa inatoka. So I don't know. Somebody convinced him and get gym and starts hitting the bag. So now unasikia Mike Tyson to come back, blah blah blah. So I think it's the same thing happening with Akon. Unaona?
Yeah.
Nowadays, I think when he walks maybe in an airport, I mean, in a building, people look at him as Akon, but they look at him like, wow, that's a smart businessman. The things he's doing. Like people are not looking at him like, yeah. People are not looking at him like, yo, that's a hit maker right there. He can give you a hit song today. Like what I'm taking people are taking like, yo, this guy did some amazing music and he's an amazing individual. Wanasema hizi vitu zingine tu, the lights to Africa, blah blah blah. But they're not saying number one. Like, so I think Akon misses that.
Basically, all this is pointing at is people always look at numbers, and the number thing is what we've been talking about for a minute, right? Now, if you guys recall, we spoke about Joe Rogan and his podcast.
Yep.
I don't know if you guys have noticed, a lot of reviews said that Joe Rogan's deal ruined the music business.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan, Nama Joe Biden.
No, Joe Rogan's
Rogan,
Spotify
the
deal.
fact that Joe Rogan got that
The
podcast
Spotify deal
with
100 mil.
with Spotify, they said that it's ruined the music business.
How?
I can't remember the details of how they said it ruined, but it's all because of these numbers thing. This numbers thing, right?
Because
so Akon is gonna do this thing.
No, because you can imagine
they're gonna get they're gonna get 2 million streams in less than 24 hours, right?
Because you can imagine the way Joe Rogan's podcast was doing even before. Now you can imagine if it's put on a platform like Spotify, what it's gonna do to like music streams. Like that podcast is gonna get hella streams. Streams.
Oh, maybe the Spotify
it's gonna like mess up
music artists.
It's gonna like mess up things for
music
like artists.
Like we can't pay you like this because look at this guy is just talking and the numbers are off the roof.
Yeah. Okay, true. Yeah. So that's what I'm wondering. So is it still necessary to chase for that clout as Akon? Because now Akon's gonna do a song, and remember, I keep on telling you this. What people forget about clout is you can get 2 million views, but it could be 2 million of us laughing at you, not laughing with you.
Yep.
So Sawa, Akon's gonna drop the song with 6ix9ine. And I'm sure Minte watch Harry Lee or not Dave. Doesn't mean we're gonna love it. Is that what it's really come to? People have sacrificed whatever the outcome
do anything for clout. But you know,
it's a powerful drug.
Because Akon, being who Akon is, and all the money he has, he could get he can be on. Akon should be campaigning for a versus with someone like T-Pain, not trying to do a song with 6ix9ine.
Yeah,
but
anyway,
maybe that's what he's been doing. His last 2 or 3 albums.
That's not.
We're not going to spread what he's done. We appreciate what he's done for Africa. We appreciate him doing the solar thing.
But Harry,
we appreciate even the albums he's given and representing Senegal.
You guys are trying to make this make sense. Mini make Kubali. Niggas are looking for cloud 24/7. Like I'm like, yeah, okay.
We shall accept.
I know. We already know what you're trying to do. Yeah, so it's like, don't even fight it, bruh. It's sad, it's pitiful, it's miserable, but Akon just wants to wake up at Kuyabo top 5 on the beat.
It's pathetic.
Now let me ask you, what make you a Kali? What happens if the song is actually fire?
Okay, you know Akon is a genius in music, so most likely song is like too poor.
Most likely,
like, you know, people don't like 6ix9ine because of what he represents. You know, the ignorance, blah blah blah, and then not sticking to your words. But before even all that drama, he had songs which were doing millions. So the kuna watu wana like his music. Likely. So it's not like someone who has no idea on how to make a rap song. He has no idea on music kabisa. Like he's that much garbage. Missing. I don't look at 6ix9ine as a real rapper.
I'll go on a limb. I'll go on a limb, and I'll admit it. I liked his first album. I know they're gonna crucify me for this. I didn't like it as in love it, but
it's like
album like man. When I was washing the house and I played it, I was like, shit, this shit slaps.
Remember the crank era ilivyokuja when we were probably in high school. Kuna some songs were big and you couldn't understand why this song is big. It just sounds stupid.
Yeah,
but you understand. Okay, kuna some people actually like this. So
they just like
that's even how I look at 6ix9ine. Kuna watu, they find it really good.
All right, just to finish this off, I think what this is gonna do for Akon, like if the collab comes to light, and you know there's a video shot or something like that, it's gonna do the same thing that Uber did. It's gonna do the same thing that even his collab with Nicki Minaj is doing right now. Is gonna get tens of millions of hits on YouTube, and
I think that could spark.
But that could spark people going back to look for Akon's music.
I was gonna ask
I
you that.
don't
I was
think
gonna
so.
ask you that.
I don't think it
You don't think
spiral
so?
into that.
You don't
In
think
all
his
honesty,
views?
Dave.
You don't think his views on YouTube are gonna go up a bit?
In all honesty, Dave.
No,
Let me
no, no, no,
ask
no,
you,
no,
right?
no.
Let me ask you, right?
Mm.
How many things have we seen with people that were, let's say, people that weren't big? How many things have we seen that were fire, right? That had a second party that no one really checked for the second party. I'll give you a case in point, right? I'm looking for Caro. How did that Caro song go?
Oh, looking for Caro. Show me Caro.
Caro, Wizkid, right?
Yeah, done for. And then I think Yemi
Do you
Alade did
know?
Johnny.
I don't know if Yemi Alade did
Yeah.
I don't even want to talk
No.
about
Yemi Alade
Let's focus on
did a
Caro.
counter to that. Yeah, but go on.
Yeah, Caro was by Wizkid and that dude, right? No one knew who that dude was. Me, I didn't even know the song belonged to that dude.
Yeah.
I knew the song belonged to Wizkid.
Yeah.
This kid probably did a song with Wizkid to grow, right?
Yeah.
That was probably the strategy.
Yeah.
Do you think it worked? And Akon is already big, so I'm not saying he's gonna have too much of trouble. But do you think him doing a song with um with 6ix9ine will mean or translate into maybe his second release being as big? Say 6ix9ine manages to give him 2 million views in 2 hours because 6ix9ine has that. Does that mean when Akon releases a follow-up single, he's also gonna get 2 million views in that time? I don't think so, bro. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah, but what I said was the collab with 6ix9ine. After that collab, not when Akon releases something like after that. I'm saying that collab with 6ix9ine. Could it spark maybe just a small jump in Akon's like YouTube numbers for his videos, for his music?
Do you know who's on the internet today, bro? Do you think the people that are really giving 6ix9ine his numbers want to go online and hear, "Hey lady, drop it down, just want to see you shake the ground, move your body like a belly dancer, no, baby dance"? No one wants to hear that shit anymore, bro. Us Akon fans, since my fans are Akon, we already like it. We already have this. But I don't think the 6ix9ine fans are going back to look for that.
All right.
Maybe
Yeah.
maybe the song that will re-pop up is Locked Up itself. The original may pop up, get sampled by other people. But as far as the rest of his other music, no, I don't think that's gonna work. I think that's a missed call. I'm sorry. I could be wrong.
All right. That's fine. Let's move on. So without spending too much time on this next one, because we have some heavy topics right about now. So I'm sure everyone saw the hashtag. Everyone saw the hashtag that was going on the last week, which was KE Creatives Deserve Better. I think.
No. I'm sorry, I haven't been online much. I didn't see that one. Please update me.
So this hashtag was started because there are a bunch of creatives, big creatives on Twitter, who began speaking up on the mistreatment they were going through. This was ranging from guys who did stage plays to guys who are not being appreciated for their work by clients. And this, this
the usual
it sparked.
entertainment.
The
usual hullabaloo that we face.
The usual hullabaloo that we all face. Artists being mistreated and being undervalued, like all of that stuff, man. So the hashtag was KE Creatives Deserve Better. There was a lot of discussion, and people were just like sharing their stories, outing people here and there, and there seemed to be a common thread in which I'll use one example of someone who was ahead of a production house, a white dude who came in, made his money, and then dipped. You know, and the artists were paid like very, very ridiculous amounts of money. Like even guys who were helping with the production,
Who was
that
this? Who was the dude?
directors. I can't remember the name, but the you know, guys being paid like 1,500 a day for being on set. Like, bruh, if something
How soon is this?
this some of these stories were like even from like last year or 2 years ago or 3 years ago. Like, guys are just
I wouldn't want to.
bringing them to light now.
I wouldn't want to slander anyone's name.
Yeah.
Was it the people who owned the studio behind The Alchemist?
I don't know whether it's the studio behind The Alchemist. I think there were just some production houses guys were talking about. It was mostly guys who've done these theater plays, these plays that, you know, guys normally go for. Like last year we had Too Early for Birds, which was a really big production that was going on.
Yeah.
So those kind of productions. So they were exposing now the owners of those production houses and how they were, you know, like, fam, how are you paid 1,500 a day for like you being a director, or like you being someone who's helping on stage? And yet the play becomes so successful, your shows sell out, money is made from tickets, but you're getting 1,500. Imagine filling up a 10,000 seat theater. Tickets were, let's say, going for 2K. How much money has been made there already?
Yeah.
And
You
then
know, the thing about that,
you're paying guys like that amount of money.
the problem with that,
Yeah,
is institutional. I think it stems from so much higher from just an individual accepting their own pay.
yeah.
It comes from, first of all, as Kenyan creators, we are, sorry. I was saying, first of all, as Kenyan creators, we are very desperate. So when we speak about it, 1,500 a day is nothing. But when it's offered to you and you're thinking yourself to it, you're like, I can actually make 1,500 a day. It feels like something, you know, because you're guaranteed a 1,500 a day. So the issue from this stems from so much higher than just the individual that accepts it. And I usually say another thing: people are in the business of business. Whatever deal you sign to is the deal you sign to.
Yeah.
So if someone comes and finds a way to negotiate a deal with you where they swindle you, unfortunately, you can't come and cry later. So I think as creators, what we need to do is educate ourselves more, understand more. If you're a director, be a professional director. Start taking jobs where, like, and if you're gonna take jobs where you feel like you're learning, I have one mantra. I have one mantra in life. When you take something, you take it with the good and the bad. If you're gonna take a 1,500 a day job, take that bad, but make sure you know what the good in it is. If you're gonna take a 10,000 a day job, take that good with whatever the bad with it comes. Just because the job's gonna pay you more doesn't mean it's gonna be easier. But as creators, when we say Kenya for creatives, we definitely need to do better in terms of just institutionalize, because yes, we can point fingers to the white man as much as we want, but even when you're going here with you'll find a person wanting to shoot an ad and tell you, bro, you know. So it's bullshit that we've developed amongst ourselves that we need to get rid of before we even start pointing to other people.
Yeah, before we start pointing fingers out.
Yeah.
Well,
exactly.
A
That's
white
what I
man
was.
or a foreigner.
That's what I
A
was going
foreigner
to
has
say.
come to do business. He's come to make his money. He's come to make his profit and go. He
Mhm.
makes his profit. He goes. But at least he leaves you with a Nairobi half-life.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
he leaves you with the what's the one you just mentioned last year from the
Too early for birds. They were doing a play. They
at
were doing a
least
play on Tomboya.
and those plays were from the reviews. You saw how great they were.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kuliko tu mtu anakunyanyasa and leaves you with the production that either doesn't even end or it's so haphazard.
Yeah.
So production costs money. That's one thing we need to understand. In terms of like Kenyan for creatives,
Yeah.
yes, we need better treatment, and that's for sure. We all need better treatment. That's not a debate, but it starts from home. Sisi wenyewe kwa wenyewe. When it comes to those ones who receive the budget, a lot of us, let's say msanii saa zingine hana do, but we can try and do better. But we're saying for the people who get a budget to do something, usinyanyase umsanii, don't nyanyasa that actor, don't nyanyasa that voice actor, don't nyanyasa, because from my experience, I've seen ati msee anakuambia there's an opportunity and I could get your gig, but the condition is you give him a cut from the gig. No, si manager wako. This is just a nigga. Ati Dave, niko na place unaweza kuja voice over, wanalipa 5K, but si utandunga ka 15. Instead of you just getting the 5K and deciding whether to appreciate like na hiyo thou ama 50, hata ukiamua appreciate na Ruabe, that's on you, But we have too much of niggas. Ukipata deal, nimepata deal lakini lazima unijenge. And this person isn't a manager. And that's why we don't also have real managers. Manager ni msetu anajifanya za kugetea kitu lakini anataka percentage. And this nigga never gets you anything else ever. After hiyo yenye alikugetea hiyo moja hiyo. That's it. So
yeah. Almost sound like you
on,
really had a manager who fucked you up, Papa.
Yeah, sure. On my experiences, he needs to come here one day and just expose niggas, man.
Bro, me, I have too many stories about this game, bro.
Shoot, it's true. Either you expose people or you write a book.
What to expose you, kwani?
Andika kitabu, bestseller.
Majina, nile tu si episode engine majina zitatoka.
Write a book, write a book, my G, write a book.
Yeah, but I agree with what you're saying. It's people knowing their worth and stuff. Because like this case, mtu anakujaje a year later aseme hakuwa analipwa fairly, like kwani there was no discussion, kwani it was like mjengo, like ni hapa kama utaki nenda. It's not, it's acting, and lazima kuna watu mnaambiwa this is how much you're going to be paid. If you actually feel like haitakusaidia hiyo do, then don't show up.
Don't do it and complain, but because we're unachomea mtu unajua.
Yeah.
And if I'm being honest with you, Pierre, na nikwambie 15 so ndio niko nayo ya kupatia per day because that's the budget. Because trust me, I've been on set. I saw what we did with the yard. The yard was pretty much out of pocket, but it cost. Because a lot of things just happen, man. You need random things on set.
Yeah, you do.
So as far as Kenyan production is, we're growing, we're trying our best. And I'm not saying issue the white man or just look at the white man for the greatest people, but look at the productions and then look at our production. I've seen what we do on set. We do bare minimals just to save on a budget. Kuweka kwa mfuko. Not even saving a budget ati kulipa watu wengine vizuri. Atuna save on a budget kuweka tu kwa mfuko. Which is whack, and that's a whack practice. We need to stop as Kenyans.
Because this sounds like
that makes us really compromise on the end product, and that's why we can't, much as we'd love to. We can't compete with other. There's so many good products that have come out of Kenya, yes, right?
Mm.
But if you think about the larger picture,
Mm.
probably the last movie the majority of Kenyans will never tell you about is Nairobi Halfway. And how many years ago was that?
Mm.
Yes, there's been
Yeah, the one
the
that
one with the
was a hit even in
Kennedy.
Kenya,
There's been
Nairobi.
so much
Yeah.
more.
Yeah, they've been much
Supermodel.
more, but yes, we still talk about
But
Nairobi
ile yenye
Half-Life.
itasimama out,
Yeah.
as compared to going to Nigeria and you go to the most remote village, they'll probably tell you something that's more recent. They probably know more about other things that they've put out.
Mm.
Yeah, so on our front, I think we still need to do a little bit better individually before we start looking at foreigners and them coming to do their thing and leaving. Kama msee ni Australia na amekuja kufanya biashara na biashara na aende, mbona unamchukia?
All right, bro. All right, guys. Yeah. Thank you for your opinions on that. Now, this is gonna need some time, but we're gonna try and talk about this as much as we can. We don't have a lot of time, but we're still gonna talk about it. Let's get into gender-based violence. Just by the time you're listening to this, I'm sure you've heard. There's been a lot going on Twitter. Even today, as we're recording, abusers are being exposed, and there's stories going on. I just want to share what the homie Ace the Don thought about everything that was going on. I just want to share what he posted. So he said, he starts off and saying, this week is just full of bad vibes. If it's not one sad story, it's another. I've come across a story of a lady found dead after exposing her abuser. A lady receiving backlash online for exposing her abuser. A teenager raped and killed, and a 3-month-old baby defiled by an unknown person, and it's only Tuesday. Yet we are quick to blame victims for one reason or another and fail to look at the bigger picture. Our women are in danger. We shame them for being brave and coming out, and when they lose their lives to GBV, we barely raise a finger. Why do we hate our women? My heart goes out to every woman that's had a terrible experience at the hands of men. Laughably, the pressing issue for most guys is the term men are trash and how all men have been grouped into one despite just a few bad apples. So we get that, fellas, we get that not all of us are like that. Most of us would love nothing but to protect our women, but now is not the time to bring up how women are generalizing. Instead, we need to empathize with them. You have to understand that women live in fear for being another statistic at all times, no matter who they are or who they're with. Cases of women raped by their own family, relatives, even close friends and acquaintances are growing at an alarming rate. So being politically correct just to appease you is the last thing on their mind. But you know what we can do? We can support them, bring more attention to the matter, ostracize and push for the prosecution of anyone found guilty, even if they are close to us. Provide a safe space for women to voice their ordeals. And don't be dicks. That's all it takes to remedy this whole issue. Don't cut call. Take your L in peace when you're rejected. Listen to when you're told no. And when you want to blow a load off, rub one out. Simple. If you have to smash and every chick rejects you, pay a sex worker. That's literally their job. Fellas, don't wait to take action when it hits close to home. We need to do better. We need to be better. End of statement.
That's it's the Don's tweet.
It's the Don's tweet that he had posted. I think those are just his thoughts on paper.
Yeah, I'm a victim. I'm a victim of, not all men are,
Yeah.
And I
Same
had
here.
I had to have a one-on-one with X today.
Yeah.
I spoke to Ecstatic. I spoke to Greg Kennedy today.
Yeah.
They explained to me why it's not the time for me to say stuff like that, and I understood. I thought where I'm coming from is from a good place.
Yeah, I kept
but
quiet.
They made me understand.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm glad I had the conversation with them. So I understand what Ace is saying, and it's really it's really whack that all this stuff is happening. Like, is there a root to all this? Like, is there a common reason? Why is it so rampant?
I don't get it. I don't get it personally because for those of you who remember, if you remember the Wendy Kemunto case, where the rugby players were accused of raping her, and they were prosecuted and they went to jail. That was only just one case that we heard of,
manifested into
and it actually manifested and it manifested into a result. I will not be surprised if this shit happens every single day and we just don't know about it.
So my beef was today, and
I saw your reasoning behind it, but just go ahead.
Yeah, so when I managed to have a one-on-one with Greg and X, what I managed to try and get across to them was, for example, the I forget the name of whoever was mentioned, right? Us as, and it became into a whole other convo about.
Wait! The guy who was outed as an abuser.
Yeah.
Brian Kiplangat.
Right?
Yeah.
So our conversation converted from just women abuse in general to like LGBTQ community and stuff like that. So my whole argument became, how do us men who are felt as like the heterosexuals that don't maybe understand or see the fight, how do we help more into, because this Brian Kiplagat, apparently he's a repeat offender.
A repeat offender, and for those of you who can remember, this nigga was a proper event, like he was an event organizer, like a very popular one back in the day, like the days of Earth Dance and EDM events back in like 2011, 2012.
I don't know, Mandem. I don't know about that, but I heard.
I just heard about it. I just heard about him that way, and even back then, I think I heard about him a bit. So so I just had to mention that, but continue.
So my question was, apart from just, yes, the lady tweeted and she outed him, apart from us saying I agree and yes, I believe you, I understand that's one thing, but these people don't go nowhere. He's gonna be off social media for a week, 2 weeks later.
I think
he's gonna be on.
I don't know if
I'm in position to start naming. I don't know if I'm in position to start naming other names. This isn't the time for that just yet. But I'm just saying, it's something I've seen over and over. Someone gets outed, they either block people or stay offline for like 2 weeks, and then they come back 3 weeks later like all is well. I'm just saying, us other males, us the ones who aren't necessarily victims, and stuff like that. How else can we play a role? Apart from always saying, because I figured always coming out to say, not all males, it's becoming boring and it's becoming annoying. People don't want to hear that. What other role can we play to make sure like this nigga is off the fucking streets, so that we don't have to defend ourselves, so that it gets to a point where a person is like, if it's me, let me face the consequences of my actions.
Okay,
because
the reason.
Sure. Your question is coming from women saying men are enablers, ama kitu kama like something along the lines of, we know these people, we know the rapists as men, but we don't help in putting them out there. And
my question is coming from. My question is coming from, and it might sound selfish to someone who's listening, but I really don't like it when I see war online. Because lately what I've noticed in the last 1 or 2 years is men and women are fighting, right?
Yep.
So I'm trying to figure out, how can we draw that line where we figure out our stance? Because at the end of the day, men need women, women need men. Whatever genders we decide to pick on, whatever we decide to identify as, we need each other. We're gonna get daughters, we're gonna get sons. How do we find a way to unite it so that it's not a constant war where you raise your daughter to hate her brother, or you raise your son to hate his sister, you know.
And just to
That's what I'm
clarify,
thinking.
I've wondered on why some men are so weird and so evil, especially when it comes to rape, like sexual attacks. Like maybe I can fikiria, maybe we need to have classes where young men are taught how to speak to women and how to woo women. It sounds stupid. But
no. I think that's a wrong approach,
I'm like, kwani, what makes you want to attack a woman like that? Si uonge na yeye, ama like, si ukatie tu dem venye everyone with common sense anafanya. Like,
and actually,
the dark mind to commit rape inatoka wapi?
Actually,
let me word it better than you, Harry.
Just before you continue, let me clarify something. You know, that guy, as soon as this, he was exposed like this, I think it didn't take more than 2-3 hours. He came clapping back with supposed inbox
screenshots. I think
screenshots.
Yeah,
he came back clapping back. This is not okay. He clapped back. He tried to clap back, but he still got killed, in the comments and everything. This is not like another one which I think fell under the radar of a certain music producer who was exposed, and he deleted his Facebook for like a month. This is not that, but your point still stands that people tend to disappear for like 2-3 weeks and then come back as if nothing happened. Yeah. So continue your point. I just had to.
That's what I'm wondering, because you see, as heterosexual males, I feel like our role is kind of lost. Our role is lost, and sometimes we tend to look like the enemy, or we tend to look like part of the enemy.
Yeah.
And I'd like to figure out a way, or I'd like advice on a way where we could be more of the help, more of the assistance.
Because
I want to out these people. I want to stop being referred to as another.
Sure. I'm telling you, I have a sister. I have a young sister. Na akinipointia sijui Charlie flani, like, this guy did this to me. Like, yo, that guy is dead right there, maze.
Exactly.
Like, yo, what? Like, I lose my mind.
But then,
and that guy will spill a lot of blood.
That guy right there is dead, right?
Yeah.
But then you're gonna come here. But then you're gonna come here and you're gonna have a podcast with me and Dave MC, who are half decent human beings, right? Who are still male.
Yeah.
So what
I say that to say this. I say that to say this. The way when you like it's a male versus female fight, it's because females who are victims, most of the times it may happen repeatedly. Like, there's a pattern.
There's a pattern.
There's a pattern. And then nowadays with social media, and they have these groups where they talk and they see there's really a pattern amongst a lot of females. Ikitwina happen too. And then they come out and they say this was done to me, but they still see your number of victims in an increase. And to them, how they swallow this, how they understand this is hawa wase wako hivi. Not all of them, but a huge majority wako hivi. And where I don't agree with Chick Sapper on this thing is they believe, ama they assume we as men know these characters. Like, we hang out with them and we are homies with them.
Okay, I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen that quite a bit.
Yeah, it's really not the case. We actually don't know these people. Like, me nikikuja, like, I walk into a room and I see a guy raping a woman, like, in the act. Yo, I'll make sure that guy gets it. I'll make sure, I'll fuck him up before I tell him to check a police station too. Like, I'm not, like, we don't really know these guys. What happens
I'm not gonna lie to you.
A guy.
we got once arrested for, we didn't really beat this guy up really bad, but like we roughed him up and then cops found us.
Yeah.
And the cops, funnily enough, the cops locked us up, yet this guy was wooing a 16-year-old, right?
Damn.
Yeah.
So to us, we don't even know the guy, we don't even know the girl, but we found out the girl is 16. So me and my boy are like, what the fuck, bro? First of all, why are you giving her alcohol? And what the hell? So of course, Conan Pombe, what else are you trying to do?
Yep.
So you see, like, much as, but you know what? Just to explain to y'all what I've understood from the lady's ex who I spoke to today. I guess it's just not the time right now for us to try and keep on proving that not all of us are there. I just think us heteros, hatujui say vilomesam. They assume we know these people.
Yeah, we really don't.
We don't.
Let's just figure out a better way we can help. First of all, to all the fellas listening, if a chick don't like you, fall back. You'll not die.
Accept rejection. Basically, accept rejection.
Respect the calm. Respect the calm,
To word what Harry said better.
Yeah.
I don't think we should teach people how to talk to girls.
Yeah.
I don't think that's it. What I think should happen is maybe they should introduce rape culture in the curriculum so people know what rape is. Because, it's developed into so many things that a lot of us didn't know. I learn on Twitter every day.
It's one of those things. It's one of those things.
All this stuff about rape. So I think rape really
I don't know how I've never thought of that. You're dope, yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's one of those things that should be taught from jump.
Because
in schools.
It's as simple as someone acting stupid and saying miskujua. As long as we don't draw a fine line between what's happening, because what do you think a lot of people are gonna say? People used to use Milimbaya Pombe as an excuse. We've managed to wipe that out and be like, bro, Baya Dem Pombe Sikumpon.
Although, let's not say it's been wiped out. There's still some very stupid people that exist outside here.
Of course. But
ignorant
if we put it
people.
In the curriculum, by the way, what does the law even? As far as rape is concerned, let me ask this question: Has anything ever reached the news? How is
it was only the only thing I ever heard. The only thing I ever heard that I at least knew about in terms of having known the music of that person was Wendy Kamuto's case. That was in the news. And in newspapers. But of course, there are other cases that are reported in the news, but it's like the news kind of brushes them off a bit. Like
in a Kwatu story.
Yeah, in a Kwatu story, it's not talked about. It's almost like it's normalized, which is wrong. It should not be normalized. Like Unekatu as part of news bulletins, like. It's not even shocking anymore, which is the sad thing.
At a journalist, amepata story. Journalist, basically, amepata story, but nothing happens to the perpetrators.
Hey, yo, and by the way, you news outlets, stop stealing shit from Twitter. We see you. Amna content, Nima radio stations, we see you. Amna content.
Don't even talk to news outlets. They're listening to this podcast and you're a story. Watch it too.
We see
Rap one nikiona about rape, nikisikia about rape, I almost wish they bring back beheadings for society.
Not beheadings, hanging. Execution.
I wouldn't watch a hanging, but I would watch a beheading. I don't know. But I just want the punishment to be gruesome and all that.
Let me ask you guys, right? We don't have all the answers, we don't have all the solutions.
Yeah.
But when I was talking to Greg, something about racism came up. When I was trying to explain what I was trying to do in the whole process, and racism came up, and I told Greg to look at the example of what Killer Mike and T.I. are doing.
Well, Killer Mike mostly. T.I. ni kama is just
T.I. unajua ni ule sauti ya nyuma, but Killer Mike is really at the front. So what us as whether as NaiSai podcast or as individuals,
Yeah.
from this moment onwards,
Yeah.
what is our stand? What do we think we can do more as, males and, heterosexual males that aren't necessarily victims, but we're victims through our friends and our sisters? Because at the end of the day, if a friend of ours gets victimized, you see, one of the things that triggered me is us being generalized. And it's unfair for me to not want to be generalized. Our gender is still doing that fuck up. So it
that's
depends
true.
on the gender
That's true.
doing better. So
Yeah, exactly. Because when they generalize us, like we also have sisters, bruh. Like if someone does rape my sister, I'll kill them. Like I don't support that culture. Kabisa, yeah. Like so, I'm in no way in support of a woman being assaulted or anything like that.
Yeah.
So what are we gonna do that's different from just tweeting about it? Because we've tweeted, bro. To me, tweet wengi.
I don't know.
What do we do next? We can't say we're gonna create a march. I don't know if we can create a march, but what is the thing we can do next?
Okay, sure.
I think our government.
Let me guarantee you, 1 week and a half. Me, I don't even follow him. I don't know him very well, but I look for him in 1 week and a half. They'll have a picture next to a Toyota or a Land Cruiser or a Subaru somewhere with a Tusker or a beer in his hand, or a Jameson.
Or we could see like his businesses are going on as usual.
So what's our stand? What are we gonna do?
I think we, as much as we hate being generalized as men, but in this instance, I think we need to shut the fuck up on this one and support the women.
Yeah, that's definite. That's definite.
That's definite. The next step. That's
like an actual move that will get perpetrators actually dealt with. Is it petitions? Is it?
I think the government should. I think our government should embark on Ikitu and not make it a normal thing where women are going to report rape cases and as if they're not a rich woman or anything like that. I mean, like they should take the rape cases very serious and track down, get to the bottom of it.
When people
exactly, DCI, especially the cops,
When people tag DCI on Twitter, does DCI actually act on it?
Sometimes they do.
But it's a young and control page DCI.
So sometimes DCI takes note of these things. So I don't know whether tagging DCI the entire week is gonna help. We need to see how this plays out, but we need to support the shit. Besides
women, support groups women should just normalize reporting immediately when these vitus happen.
We can't say that very traumatic. I
know it's
not as simple. Yeah, but go.
Yeah, I know it's not as simple.
But we can try
because it's
we can normalize that.
A factor.
The only way women can normalize being able to report immediately is if we also normalize judging less immediately, asking less. We want to hear the whole
They
matter because you know they're gonna come with your skepticism.
Yeah.
You'll start with skepticism.
Dude, I watched a movie that was tackling the rape issue, and then it'll kind of show the questions that go down, like when a woman goes there and vitu anaulizwa, and it's like, yo, it's almost embarrassing. So I know how hard it can be for women to go forward because anaulizwa to give details and shit. Like it's very embarrassing. Can be very embarrassing for rape victim.
Imagine writing something on Twitter. You just know how niggas just be on Twitter pia. Lazima kuna watu wanaongea tu mbaya.
Reckless.
Yeah, because the internet, the social media is all about likes. So they see a chick coming out saying this happened to her. Everyone, msa anafikiria tu, oh, she's looking for clout. She's looking for likes and sympathy, blah, blah, blah. But I'm just saying, women, as much as it's very hard to go forward with it, to come forward with it, kusema umekuwa raped immediately when it happens, women should understand, as much as it's very traumatic, that going to report this thing immediately increase the
best.
chances of this guy getting caught. Injustice happening.
Yeah.
Because
compared to when you come out months later. Yeah.
The guidelines to reporting a rape case, especially if they really need evidence, is like if probably, you know, if they can find samples of semen and
that's
stuff
the
like
DNA.
that.
Yeah.
But other than that, I've just thought of something, right? Is it possible for us to look for an industry cop, like Karautu or industry mwenye? We can go to him because a lot of these cops says and their traffic police can report you to random, you know, like an industry cop who knows what's going on in the industry, who will know who brand like maybe is, and he will go and like catch him, because I don't think we have that go. We might have our own individual cop numbers, but maybe we need that like cop we can depend on to be justice for us.
But yeah,
what do you guys think of that? That's just something I've just thought of right now. I don't know if it's far-fetched.
I think just close this out. Good idea, but for those listening, especially ladies, again, we don't have the answers, but we support you. We appreciate you. We love you.
We're sorry to any of the victims.
And we're sorry. And we're sorry to the
victims. We
victims.
believe you. We're with you. We hope your perpetrators get, you know.
Yeah. Anyone who is raping or who is like physically assaulting you, like that nigga ain't one of us, but you know, we support you. We support you in that.
And niggas, let's just do better, man. Do better.
Let's do better.
Exactly.
Likes you.
Let's do better. Let's be better.
You'll be surprised, bro. If a chick likes you, you'll be surprised.
Unapewa vile unataka. But this taking it shit and then you just
taking it by force shit. Just get a chick that likes you, bro. Chill out, man.
But the Gava, I think, has been failing our women for so
Government
long.
has done, you know.
That's a story.
You know, we had this moment where we felt like the woman was empowered, and we all felt like the woman was empowered. She was empowered education-wise, but like in terms of rights, kidogo hapo maanguka. So
we'll talk about the government another day. We'll talk about the government the other day.
When you see their reaction to,
we're not talking about the government. Fuck this government. Until they do better, we only talk about people that do good.
Yeah.
Fuck these.
All right. So yeah, man. Let's end this on a brighter note. Sorry if we brought you down, but you know, we had to speak seriously about this. As we close this off, gentlemen, I have an announcement. I have failed Beard Gang worldwide. I'm sorry. I had an interview. I just had to do it. I just had to do it. I look like I'm back in high school, and there are no pictures. There'll be no photo evidence of this.
No. Did you do like? Is there like a shade? Like you went all like mango.
No, not all mango, man. There's scruff. Ish, I can't go all mango at my age.
Nah, Dave.
What kind of interview is this? A job interview? People are just looking at.
Don't sell as much to me a picture, man.
I'm not sending pictures. Mtaka hivyo.
When you think I can't pull up to your interview?
No, was it a job interview, David?
Yeah, it was for a job interview. So yeah.
So the funny thing, that job interview, when you shave weight and then you don't get it.
It'll grow back. Stop being a hater. Stop being a hater, man.
Yeah.
Stop being a hater.
You shave and then they don't call you. Now
you
damn it.
Anazirudisha tu kadredi.
Zitarudi.
That happened to me in 2018, 2 years back, man. I shaved my hair, Missouri, almost bald, and I never get the call.
Hey, Velcro, recross starter kit bana. Eish, lazima.
Na kabla umalize kabisa Dave. I want to try and encourage people. In the group, in our WhatsApp group, I shared pictures of startup owners in Kenya. To the listeners, I'm gonna share those pictures up on our Instagram live. I'm probably gonna share them on Facebook and Twitter as well. You will notice one thing. Uh, we don't have much of our own people there, man. So to encourage this, it's a black dude that started M-Pesa. We can do this, man. We have a lot of tech people. We have a lot of smart people.
If you have an idea, start it.
Yeah, let's get our own people in the startups out there. Let's get into manufacturing, man. We'll share those pictures on our social media so you guys can see. But it's to be encouraged to move on and do better. And if anyone out there is doing anything, man, share with us. See if we can help you push your biz as well.
Man.
There's a few things that's happening.
Yeah, man. We're out here to shine a light, on people.
Absolutely.
And then just to conclude, as you're listening to this, my interview with Steph Capella is out. So make sure you go watch that on Dave MC TV. It is Unplugged Season 2, Episode 6. It is dropping. Yeah. It's been dropping.
Harry, itabidi tumetafuta vitu za kuplug pia sisi.
Do I have, let me think.
Msijali. These are things.
Nigga plugging shit a week.
Hey,
no. Listen. This Friday, a song called 22. Listen, let me plug myself. Nigga.
Hey, go ahead. Talk your shit.
It's my space, nigga. Listen to me, man. This Friday, 2020, by CJ Cypher, and myself and Davey Carr, produced by Retro. Get it lit. It's dropping. It's on that Black Lives Matter shit, police brutality shit. I hope you guys listen to it.
Let's
the links as soon as it's out.
Cue the air horn right here.
Dope.
You know.
It's been a while. Mr. Shukid on some positive shit.
Hey, Shukid is back to rapping.
Definitely, man.
Back to rapping.
So I hope you guys listen to it, man. I hope you guys listen to it. It's gonna be on some serious shit that's soon coming. Other than that, man, enjoy your week. Be blessed. Stay safe. Keep sanitizing.
Stay your ass home. Stay your ass home if you have nothing to do outside.
Yep. And
bado tuko lockdown. Hata kama curfew ni 9 p.m. Stay home.
I feel like next is about 10 p.m.
How many days left?
Bro, I don't even know,
man. He had said, when was this he said? He said it on 6th. So
he said
30 days. He said another 30 days.
So this
like 2 weeks ago.
Okay,
no,
then
it was on 6th.
Then we have another 2 weeks.
Okay.
Then
he said it
first week of July.
6th.
Maybe first week of July.
Yeah. He said it on 7.
Yeah, maybe first week of July.
Anyway. Enjoy your drinks, gentlemen. All right, gentlemen. Till the next time.